close my eyes and see all that we could be. No other dream I've had means a thing. Kids and a picket fence sounds good to me. But growing old hand in hand is all I need. As the years go by, we might get older, but love will grow stronger. I don't need more time to know that forever, love, you will be mine through it all, my dear. I will be yours year after year. Looking at all we've done, we've had it good. When nothing else seemed to last, our love, it stood.
I've been taking mornings slowly, waking up with the sweet sound of the birds, reading books and sipping coffee. I forgot how much I love getting lost in words. Well, it took us a while to get here. It took the world falling apart, but maybe we needed to take a step back to remember how lucky we are. It's like time is falling asleep in the afternoon, sunlight that's keeping us warm. Against our will, we're finally sitting still and savoring the days before they're gone. I wonder how it took us this long. Spend our evenings telling stories and playing games like we were all kids again. Sitting on the front porch laughing, it's gotta be the finest medicine. It's like time is falling asleep in the afternoon, sunlight that's keeping us warm. Against our will, we're finally sitting still and savoring the days before they're gone. I wonder how it took us this long. This long, this long. It's like time is falling asleep in the afternoon, sunlight is keeping us warm. Against our will, we're finally sitting still and savoring the days before they're gone. I wonder how it took us this long.